Nobody dreams about doing adductor exercises. Young players dream about goals. They want highlights, the contracts. They want speed, skill moves, right up until injuries start taking things away. And if I'm honest, there are things that I wish I understood earlier. For years, I dealt with recurring groin issues. Get healthy, build momentum, start feeling sharp again, then all of a sudden injured. Same cycle, and eventually I realized something. I wasn't just missing recovery, I was missing preparation. Weak adductors, hip stability, strength deficits, the quiet work nobody gets excited about. The work that doesn't look impressive on Instagram, but quietly determines whether you stay available. Had I understood that earlier, maybe parts of my career looked different. Maybe fewer setbacks, maybe more consistency, maybe more years. I can't rewrite that story, but I can pass the lesson on. Because now when I coach, this matters. Players don't just need performance training. They need longevity training. And honestly, life works the same way. A young player doesn't suddenly wake up living recklessly overnight. Usually it starts small. The wrong crowd, a small compromise, one habit, one decision, one gateway that didn't seem dangerous at the time. Entropy. Drift. The law of entropy is clear. Things naturally move towards disorder when they're not intentionally strengthened or aligned. That's not just physics, that's life. Bodies drift, careers drift, marriages drift, faith drifts. Nobody accidentally becomes disciplined. Nobody accidentally builds resilience. Nobody accidentally stays healthy. The quiet work matters. And spiritually, I think we're often reactive instead of proactive. We wait for crisis before rebuilding habits. We wait for burnout before slowing down. We wait for drift before returning to prayer. We wait for collapse before strengthening weak places. But Jesus said in Matthew 26, "Watch and pray so that you do not fall into temptation." Not collapse, then rebuild. Watch, pray, guard your heart, strengthen the areas that quietly support everything else. Because the disciplines that keep us healthy often feel unnecessary, right up until the moment we realize that we needed them. Some of the most important work in football never shows up in the highlight reel. Mobility work, recovery, sleep, prehab, quiet things. And some of the most important work spiritually happens quiet too. Meditation, prayer, reflection, fasting, scripture, honest self-examination. Not glamorous, not flashy, but foundational. These often neglected habits are what separate durable athletes from talented ones. These often neglected habits are what keep you spiritually anchored when life throws everything at you. But I want to be clear. We don't just wake up one day and decide to become holy. We don't just manufacture discipline. We don't just accidentally build resilient spiritual lives through willpower alone. God teaches us these things through His Word, through conviction, through the work of His Spirit, through faith in Jesus. Scripture says in Proverbs 3, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." And honestly, football taught me something similar. I didn't know anything about true athletic preparation. I was a young, talented player riding the wave of talent, passion, and hard work until talent stopped being enough, until injuries kept showing up, until I reached higher levels and saw how serious athletes actually prepare. The mobility work, the recovery, the prehab, the details. Wisdom changed the way I train, and spiritually, God does the same thing. Left to ourselves, we drift towards comfort, towards shortcut, towards reaction instead of preparation. But through the Spirit, God teaches us to strengthen the quiet places, to guard the heart, to watch and pray, to build habits that don't just help us survive failure, but sustain a faithful life before failure ever arrives. The question isn't just, how hard are you training? The question is, what are you strengthening now that will sustain you later?